Hello everyone, I'm Josh. Welcome back to ChinesePod.
大家好，我是庆林，欢迎来到中文播客。
So today we are going to talk about 3 ways of using the word 给。
今天我们要介绍给的3种用法。你们应该已经知道给的简单用法了，比如说，
给我一支笔。
给。
So in this sentence, 给 it means give. And what Lin respond, 给 it means here you go. So these are the simple ways of using the word 给. But today we are going to learn something more advanced, right? The first 给 it can be translated into to. So for example, he sent a letter to me.
他寄给我一封信。
In the second usage, it can be used as for. So for example, I cooked for my kids.
我给儿子煮饭。
In the last part, we're going to talk about the word 给 in demanding sentences.
给我出去。
Great. So at the end of this lesson, you'll be able to use this word in your daily conversations. Let's check it out.
让我们开始吧。
First of all, let's talk about the sentence in which the verbs are followed by 给. So how does this structure work exactly?
我来举个例子吧。
好啊。
同事传给我资料了。
Okay, so my colleague sends me the file. 同事传给我资料了。So 同事 is the subject, 传 is the verb, 给我 is the recipient, and also the object, the file here, 资料。
今天早上啊，我才刚刚用过这句话。早上开会的时候，我没有拿到开会资料，于是我问，有人可以传给我吗？
Okay, so I didn't get the files from this morning's meeting. Can anyone send it to me? 有人能传给我吗？
有人能传给我吗？最后，我的同事传给我资料了。
So there goes the sentence. 我的同事传给我资料了。My colleague sends me the file. Lin, what other verbs can we pair up with 给？
有的，比如说交给，在公司的时候啊，你经常可以用到。比如说，老板交给我一个任务。
Okay, so 交给. So my boss assigned a task to me. 老板交给我一个任务. So 老板 the subject, 交 assigned, which is the verb, 给我 the recipient, and also the object, 一个任务 a task. Okay.
第二个啊是卖给，这个词呢，在买东西或是卖东西的时候也非常的实用。比如说，他卖给我一栋房子。
So he sold a house to me. 他卖给我一栋房子。Okay.
接下来这个词啊，如果你正准备求婚的话，那一定要学起来，那就是嫁给。你愿意嫁给我吗？
Okay, so 求婚, it means making a proposal. So this sentence, it's really useful when you're making a proposal. 你愿意嫁给我吗? Would you marry me? So how about let's see some other examples about restaurants.
有一句话在餐厅当中十分的有用，请递给我番茄酱。
Okay, so please pass me the ketchup. Okay, so this sentence, it's really useful in restaurant. 请递给我哒哒哒。
也可以说，请递给我碗。
Please pass me the bowl.
请递给我盐。
Please pass me the salt.
是不是很实用
So Lin, the sentence 请递给我番茄酱, I think, isn't there another way of saying it?
我们也可以说，请把番茄酱递给我。我们用了把字，然后把番茄酱拿到前面来，递给动词我人，请把番茄酱递给我。
Okay, so we add a word, 把, and we put the object, which is 番茄酱, after the word 把. So the sentence 请你把番茄酱, the object, 递给 the verb, 我 the recipient. So what is the difference between 请递给我番茄酱 and 请你把番茄酱递给我？
如果用到把的话，就是比较突出把后面的词。比如说这一句，请把番茄酱递给我，而不是把盐递给我。
Okay, so it emphasizes what's being done and what's given. So here it's 番茄酱 ketchup, not the salt. Okay, so how about another example?
我们刚才有提到过，同事传给我资料了。
Okay, 同事传给我资料。
也可以换成同事把资料传给我了。
Okay, so the colleague sends me the file. 同事把资料传给我了。Okay, let's see some other examples.
我的朋友正在给他的公寓找房客，所以我问他，你想把这间公寓租给谁？
Okay, so 公寓 it's apartment. 所以你想把这间公寓租给谁？
我想把这间公寓租给朋友。
Okay, so 我想把这间公寓租给朋友。I want to rent this apartment to my friend. Okay.
接下来这个例子啊，经常发生在朋友一起吃饭的时候。拍好大合照之后，照片都在同一个人的手机上，所以呢，我会问，请把这些大合照都发给我，可以吗？
So when you're having food with some friends, usually you'll take group photo. So you can ask your friend, 请把那些大合照都发给我，可以吗？ So 大合照 is group photo. 请把那些大合照都发给我，可以吗？
刚才啊，我们提到了公寓，那公寓里面一定会有的就是家具了。我来举个例子，他已经把家具卖给了朋友。
Okay, so he has already sold his furniture to his friend. 家具 is furniture. Okay.
接下来这个句子啊，常常发生在两个闺蜜之间。比如说，今天我要去参加一个派对，但是没有适合的衣服，怎么办呢？我可以跟我的闺蜜说，可以把这件连衣裙借给我吗？
Okay, so what is 闺蜜？
闺蜜就是很好很好的朋友，
Okay.
什么话都可以讲的朋友。
Okay, so it's a friend that you'll tell them everything. So 闺蜜 So 可以把这件连衣裙借给我吗？连衣裙是 dress. So can you lend me the dress? 可以把这件连衣裙借给我吗？所以 Lynn 可以把这一件连衣裙借给我吗？
可以啊，感觉很适合你。
我也这么觉得。Okay, so we just talked about the word 给 when it is used as to. Now let's talk about how to use in the meaning of for.
让我们来看看这个例句吧。服务员给客人倒茶。服务员人给客人人倒茶动作。服务员给客人倒茶。
Okay, so the waiter is pouring tea for the guest. So it can mean for, like pouring tea for the guest. It's like giving the guest a service, right?
感觉是给客人一个服务。
Yeah, so pouring tea for the guest. 给客人倒茶。Okay.
下面这个例句是妈妈给儿子做饭。
Okay, so mom's cooking for her son. So mom's also giving a service to his son, which is cooking here. So 妈妈给儿子做饭。
有妈妈真好。
我也想当那个儿子。
接下来这个例句啊，常常发生在中国家庭的聚餐时间。我们喜欢让小朋友来表演一下他们最近学了些什么，比如说唱歌啊、跳舞啊、弹钢琴啊。
Okay, so what is the sentence?
给我们展示一下。
Okay, 给我们展示一下。So in Chinese culture, when there's a family gathering, usually parents will want their kids to do a performance in front of people. For example, playing piano, dance, sing, right? So you might hear this sentence. 给我们展示一下。展示 is display, or you can say it's a performance. So 给我们展示一下。Okay.
你知道吗？我男朋友最近做了一件很浪漫的事。
哦，什么事情啊？
我男朋友给我写了一首诗。
Oh, so her boyfriend wrote a poem for her. 我男朋友给我写了一首诗。So is writing poems popular among young people?
不是很流行，但是我很喜欢。
Okay, so 你喜欢男朋友给你写诗，还是男朋友送给你一束花？
我喜欢写诗，比较浪漫。
Okay, that's great.
我除了喜欢诗，还很喜欢奶茶。
Oh, so you like not only poems, but also 奶茶, which is milk tea.
所以啊，我经常跟男朋友讲，给我带杯奶茶。
Okay, so 给我带杯奶茶. Get me a cup of milk tea. You said that a lot to your boyfriend?
当然，给我带杯奶茶。
So there's another way of using the word 给 when giving demands, orders, and you're mad and angry and you want to intensify your tones and emotions.
让我们来想象一个场景。
Okay.
我在咖啡店碰到了前男友。
Okay, so I met my ex-boyfriend at the cafe.
我看他快要离开了。
Okay, so he's about to leave.
于是我说，给我站住。
Okay, so he's about to leave, so 给我站住. It means stand still right now.
他跟我说了很多废话，让我有一点生气。
Okay, so he told me some nonsense, which makes me a bit upset.
然后我说，给我闭嘴。
给我闭嘴. So shut your mouth for me, which means shut up.
给我闭嘴，然后我可以把我心里的问题问出来了。
Okay, so there's something on my mind which I want to ask him.
我说，给我听好了。
Okay, so you can start your argument by this. 给我听好了, which means listen to me now.
但是他非常的没有耐心，也解释了一些让我很生气的话。
Okay, so he's so impatient and explained a lot, which is also nonsense. So
我说，给我出去。
So 给我出去, which means get out for me. Get out now.
但他还是没有停下来，一直说，一直说。哇，我变得非常非常生气，大声说，给我滚。
Okay, so he didn't stop talking, so I'm so mad. I almost lost my mind, so I told him, 给我滚, which means roll away, get out of my way. 给我滚. Okay, that's really useful. In today's lesson, we've talked about 3 different ways of using the word 给. Now let's do a recap. So the first one is the sentence in which the verb is followed by 给. For example,
同事传给我资料了。
Okay, so my colleague sent me the file. The second one is 给 is used as for. So for example,
妈妈给我做饭。
Mom cooks for me. And the last one is giving demands or orders, and you want to intensify your tone and emotions. You will say,
给我滚。
给我滚 Get out now. Okay, so that's it for today's lesson. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section below.
欢迎大家给我们留言，欢迎大家给我们提意见。
Okay, I'm Josh.
我是庆玲，下次
下次见
见，拜
拜拜
拜。
ChinesePod, ChinesePod.